So let me begin with the question today. Now raise your hand if this has ever happened to you. Someone says something harsh and your heart races. Your mind spirals. You can't focus on anything else. You replay the conversation 47 times. You script the perfect comeback 3 hours too late. You lose sleep, you lose peace, you lose your entire day to something that lasted 30 seconds. Have you ever been to that zone? Right? Thank you. Thank you. Or maybe you fail at something, one rejection, one setback, one bad result, and suddenly you are convinced you are a failure at everything. Your confidence shattered, your motivation gone, your self belief out the window. Sounds familiar? We've all been at some time in the past through these emotions. And here's the thing, life doesn't stop throwing punches. It never has, it never will. Bad days happen, rejections happen, disappointments happen, heartbreaks happen, and failures happen. The question is not if these things will happen, they will always happen. The question is how quickly can you recover when they do? So that's what we are talking about today, strengthening emotional resilience. So let's begin with a powerful image. So imagine you're standing on a beach. The ocean is in front of you. I'm sure the Mumbaikars will relate to it. Waves keep coming. Some are small, some are massive, and they don't ask permission. They don't wait for you to be ready. They just come. And now you have two choices. You can stand there, rigid, fighting every wave, getting knocked down, swallowed, exhausted, or you can learn to surf. You can't stop the waves, but you can definitely learn to surf. And that's resilience. It's not about avoiding emotions. It's not about pretending everything is fine. It's about learning to ride the waves instead of being destroyed by them. But then, what is emotional resilience? So simple. Emotional resilience is staying centered amidst chaos. It's the ability to feel the pain, acknowledge the hurt, process the disappointment, and still not let it define your worth or dictate your next move. Let me give you some real relatable examples. Aditya, 19, preparing for jail, studies for months, sacrifices everything, friends, hobbies, sleep, sanity, takes the exam, doesn't get the rank he wanted, doesn't get into IIT. Now, he has two paths. Path one, that feeling, I am worthless. All that hard work for nothing. My life is over. Everyone will judge me. I let my parents down. I'm a failure. And the spirals, stops trying, give up on himself. And these are the type of kids when we read in the newspaper that some student committed suicide. Path two, this hurts. This really, really hurts. Of course, what you were aiming for, you couldn't achieve, so that will definitely hurt you. It's an emotion. But then this exam doesn't define my intelligence. This rank doesn't define my future. I gave it my best. So now what's next? What can I learn from this? What other paths can I explore? Maybe the universe is trying to redirect you. So, same person, same result, two completely different levels of resilience. One stays stuck in the wave, and the other one learns to serve. And that's the difference. Well, let's talk about Meera. She's 28, working hard at her job, puts in extra hours, leads a successful project. Appraisal time comes. Her colleague, who did half the work, gets the promotion. And she does. She could think this is unfair. I've never appreciated. Hard work doesn't matter. I should just stop trying. Or she could think this stinks. But maybe this is not my final chapter here. Maybe I need to communicate my value better. Maybe I need to look at other opportunities. Or maybe this is redirection, not rejection. Same situation, different resilience, different outcome. Here's what resilient people understand. Life's challenges are not roadblocks, they are training grounds. Think about it. Every difficulty you face has made you stronger, wiser, sharper, if you let it, of course. But if you chose to learn instead of crumble, that is the main point. You didn't get into your dream college, you learned adaptability. You got your heart broken, you learned boundaries and self worth. You failed that exam, you learned perseverance and strategy. You lost a job, you learned that your identity isn't tied to a designation. So every wave is training you to be a better surfer. But here's the shift that changes everything. Most of us, when something bad happens, we usually ask, why me? कुछ गलत हो गया. Why me? So why did this happen to me? Or why am I so unlucky? People go to that extent. Why does everyone else have it easy? And that question keeps you stuck. It keeps you a victim. It keeps you drowning in the wave. Resilient people ask a different question. What is this teaching me? What can I learn from this? How can I grow? What do I need to change? And what is this preparing me for? Yeah, these are the right questions because these questions will give you power. These questions will put you on the path of growth. So, one question keeps you helpless, and the other one makes you unstoppable. Now, let's talk about something crucial: practicing emotional recovery. So, we have always been taught you have to respond, don't react. So, when reaction is like when someone criticizes you, you immediately fire back, you defend, you attack, you say things you regret it later, you burn bridges, you escalate. But when you respond, when someone criticizes you, you pause, you breathe, you think, is there truth in this? Is this person trying to help or hurt? So, how do I want to handle this with dignity? And then you respond calm, clear, centered. So, reacting is impulsive, but responding is intentional. Reacting costs you relationships, respect, peace, but responding, it builds them. Let me share another story about a teenager, Karan. His math teacher embarrasses him in front of the entire class. You'll never amount to anything if you can't even solve the basic problem. Now, old Karan would have reacted, yelled back, stormed out, held a grudge, let it destroy his confidence. But the new one, he pauses, takes a breath, feels the anger, acknowledges it, and then think, this teacher is having a bad day, or maybe they're trying to push me badly. Either way, their words don't define me. I'll prove myself through my work, not my reaction. See the resolve? So he responds, Sir, I'll work on this and come back to you. stays calm, keeps his power. Now that's resilience. Not avoiding the emotion, not pretending it doesn't hurt, but not letting it control you either. And here's the secret about resilience, it's a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it gets. So the first time you get rejected, devastating. The 10th time still hurts, but you recover faster. And the 20th time, you barely flinch. You know how to bounce back. So each challenge is a rep. Each setback is a set. You're not breaking, you're building. So now it's your turn to practice. Think of a recent emotional setback. Just one. Something that hit you hard. Maybe some rejection, some failure, some disappointment, maybe a fight or some loss. Got it? Think about it. Good. Now, I want you to write down three things. Yeah, please take out your pen and paper. Three things. First, what did I learn? Because now what you lost, not what went wrong. What did this experience teach you about yourself, others, or life? Let's say I learned that I need to communicate my needs clearly instead of expecting people to read my mind. So, what did it teach me? Number two, how did I grow? Even in pain, there is growth. How are you stronger, wiser, or more aware because of this? Let me quote an example that let's say I grew in self awareness. I realized I tie my worth to external validation and I need to work on that, right? And the number three, what will I do differently next time? That is resilience in action. What specific behavior or mindset will you change moving forward? Write these down. Be honest, be specific, because this is your emotional training log. So I can give you like 30 seconds, make a note of it, and you can always respond to done in the chat box. I repeat, what did I learn? Second, how did I grow? And third, what will I do differently next time? Thank you. Waiting for a few more Ds. Thank you. Thank you. So before we end today, I want to leave you with this thought. The ocean doesn't care how you feel about the waves. They're coming out whether you are ready or not, whether you're tired or energized, whether you are confident or scared. But here's what the ocean also teaches us. Every wave, no matter how big, eventually passes, right? The pain you feel right now, it will pass. The failure that's crushing you, this will also pass. And the rejection that's breaking your heart, it will definitely pass because you'll find a new one. So what remains is who you become because of it. What remains is the resilience you build. What remains is the version of you that learned to surf. So here's your call to action for the day. Stop seeing challenges as enemies. Start seeing them as coaches. Tough, demanding, sometimes brutal, but always making you better. So the next time a wave comes, and it will, because that is life, don't fight it. Don't run from it. Don't let it drown you. Feel it, learn from it, ride it. I say it again. Feel it, learn from it, ride it. Because resilience isn't about never falling, it's about always getting back up. Faster, stronger, wiser. The waves will keep coming, so will you. Now go, you can build that muscle, practice that pause, choose response over reaction. Because your emotional resilience is the greatest investment you'll ever make. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.